Attention passionate Buffalo, BILLSFANS. Latest news, something big is happening in the AFC East and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Buffalo Bills' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Buffalo Bills fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your FRINDS and Buffalo, BILLSFANS. Let's get to the news, folks. Let's talk about a rumor that's been making waves across the NFL circles recently, especially among Bills fans eager to see their team elevate to the next level. Word on the street is that the Cleveland Browns might be making a bold move, and it involves none other than Myles Garrett. That's right, those close to the Browns whisper that they're considering trading Garrett to the Bills. Now, this isn't confirmed officially, but the potential implications are enormous. And for Bills fans, this could be a game changer, not just for this season, but for the future of the division and the AFC as a whole. First, let's get into why this makes sense from a Browns perspective. Cleveland, sitting at 3-9, is clearly in rebuilding mode. They're cap-strapped with around $12 million in free space, and they've been struggling to put consistent pressure on opposing quarterbacks. Their defense, which used to be a strength, has been giving up a shocking 5 points per game and ranks near the bottom of the league. Their offensive line has been decimated with injuries, especially after losing their top tackle to a significant injury, and Baker Mayfield's replacement or backup QB situation isn't exactly inspiring confidence. It's no secret that Cleveland's front office is looking to shed some veteran talent to rebuild with young players and draft picks, and Myles Garrett, a 29-year-old edge rusher, is naturally a prime candidate for a trade. Now, imagine this. Garrett, who's been a dominant force on the edge when healthy, could be heading to Buffalo. It's a move that would send shockwaves through the league because Garrett isn't just any pass rusher. He's a freak of nature, a true game wrecker with a career tally of 98. 5 sacks and a PFF pass rush grade of 93. One in 2025, making him arguably the top edge defender in the NFL right now. His ability to disrupt plays, pressure the quarterback, and create havoc in the backfield is exactly what the Bills need to solidify their pass rush, especially in a division where pass rushers are a key to success. Let's talk numbers because they tell a compelling story. Garrett, at 29, is entering what should be the prime years of his career. In 2025, he played 12 games, recording 35 solo tackles, 14 assists, and a total of 49 combined tackles. His sack numbers are eye-popping, 19. 0 in just 12 games, which projects to around 25 sacks over a full season if he stays healthy. That's elite production. Moreover, his pressure rate is projected at about 3-1 pressures per game, which would give him roughly 25 sacks if he remains consistent. His win rate on pass rushes is around 27.9%, and he's been credited with +2.4 EPA per disruption, highlighting how impactful he is when rushing the opposing quarterback. What makes Garrett even more intriguing is his ability to generate turnovers and force the quarterback into mistakes. He has 3 forced fumbles in 2025, and his weekly PFF grades have been rock solid, including a 92.8 grade in Week 12. Importantly, he's been relatively healthy this season after missing some time in 2023 with a hamstring injury. His durability combined with his elite pass rush ability makes him a perfect fit for the Bills, who are desperately looking to bolster their pass rush after injuries to Oliver and Hoche. Those injuries have weakened Buffalo's front, but adding Garrett could instantly restore their pass-rushing dominance, turning them back into a nightmare for quarterbacks. Now, from a strategic standpoint, this isn't just about adding a star. It's about transforming the Bills' defense. Garrett's presence on the edge could elevate the entire front seven, making it easier for linebackers and secondary players to operate because opposing offenses would have to account for him constantly. Think about it. If Garrett can generate 15+ sacks, it would significantly improve the Bills' chances of creating turnovers, forcing more third-and-long situations, and giving their defense a much-needed boost in critical moments. A pass rush that can threaten the quarterback consistently is often the difference between a good defense and a dominant one, and Buffalo has been on the cusp of that for a while now. But wait, it's not just about what Garrett can do for the Bills in terms of pass rushing. His presence would also force offenses to double-team him, opening up opportunities for others to make plays. This could help players like Boogie Basham or even Ed Oliver, if he's healthy, to get more one-on-one opportunities. Plus, Garrett's ability to force false starts and sacks can flip the field instantly. Imagine him coming off the edge, forcing a hurried throw or a fumble, and turning that into points for Buffalo. That's the kind of game-changing impact that can propel a team deep into the playoffs. And let's not forget the division implications. The AFC East has been a tight race in recent years, with the Bills, Dolphins, Jets, and Patriots all vying for supremacy. Adding Garrett to Buffalo's arsenal would send a message that they're not just content with competing, they want to dominate. It would make Buffalo's defense one of the most feared units in the league, and opponents would have to game plan around him. It's a move that could push the Bills from a team that's been knocking on the door to a legitimate Super Bowl contender. Imagine a Bills defense with Garrett rushing the passer alongside the likes of Gregory Rousseau and Von Miller, if he's able to return. That's a lineup that can wreak havoc in any game. Now, of course, acquiring Garrett wouldn't come cheaply. The Browns are reportedly asking for a third-round pick in the 2026 draft and a fifth-round pick from the Bills. It's a reasonable price for a player of Garrett's caliber, especially considering Cleveland's rebuilding status and cap constraints. Buffalo would need to weigh the immediate impact against future draft capital, but in a season where they're 9-3 and have legitimate Super Bowl aspirations, this might be a move worth making. Plus, Garrett's contract situation is manageable. With around $12 million in cap space, Buffalo can make it work, especially if they restructure or push some money around. The potential impact isn't just on the field either. This move would send a clear message across the league. Buffalo is serious about winning now. It's about stacking the deck and maximizing their chances in the postseason. For Bills fans, it's about finally seeing their team close the gap and take that leap into championship territory. And let's be honest, the Bills have been knocking on the door for a while now. They have a talented roster led by Josh Allen, a dynamic quarterback who can take over games with his arm and legs. But what's been missing is that dominant edge rusher, someone who can get to the quarterback consistently and turn the tide of a game. Garrett could be that difference maker. Looking ahead, if Buffalo manages to land Garrett, it could be the piece they need to push through the AFC playoffs. The Bills would have a front line capable of shutting down the run and pressuring the quarterback relentlessly, forcing opponents into mistakes and creating scoring opportunities on defense. That kind of firepower makes them a nightmare matchup for anyone in the league. Plus, with the playoff picture looking more open than ever, a move like this could be the catalyst that propels Buffalo to the Super Bowl stage again, fulfilling the hopes and dreams of their passionate fan base. And of course, this hypothetical trade also raises questions about the future of other key players and draft strategies. Would Buffalo be willing to part with their future picks? Could they leverage other assets to sweeten the deal? These are questions only time will answer, but the mere possibility of acquiring Garrett has already sent shockwaves through Bills Mafia. It's a move that could define the rest of the season, and fans are buzzing, dreaming of a defense that's as relentless as the team's high-powered offense. So, in summary, this potential trade for Myles Garrett is one of those moves that could flip the script in the AFC East and beyond. It's about adding elite talent to a defense that's been a bit inconsistent and injuries away from being a true powerhouse. If Buffalo pulls this off, it's not just a boost in talent. It's a statement to the league that they're serious about chasing that Lombardi. It's about making a run, leaving rivals behind, and giving their fans hope that the next Super Bowl parade could be just around the corner. Now we wait and see how this story unfolds, but one thing, as for sure, Buffalo Bills fans, get ready for some exciting times ahead. Pause here just for a second. If you want the YOUTUBE algorithm to keep recommending the latest Buffalo Bills news to you, it's super important that you leave a like on this video. Go ahead, it's quick and it makes a big difference. Thank you. Now let us continue with the big reveal. And now, Buffalo Bills fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this? Do you think a trade for Myles Garrett would be the move that takes Buffalo to the next level? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and to the Bills. Remember, this is a fan-driven channel, and your voice is what keeps the energy alive. I'll be back soon with more updates, rumors, and analysis, so stay tuned for the latest Buffalo Bills news. Let's keep this passion burning and continue dreaming about that Super Bowl run. We're all in this together, and the best is yet to come for Buffalo.